High school football is back on the air at Power 96. The Albert Lea Tigers cinching them up for an 8-game regular season starting in just a few minutes here. In Faribault, they play at home next Saturday night at 7 o'clock against Stewartville. We'll talk to Coach Paul Dunn about that and why the Friday didn't work in our pregame talk with him. I have to thank a lot of great businesses for stepping up to the plate here, man. I'm telling you, we have such great support for high school sports in Albert Lea, starting with the sports boosters, those being Thompson Sanitation, Pizza Ranch, and Mapleton Marine, as well as Becker Auto and RV in Hayward, Freeborn County Solid Waste, Derek's Preferred Auto, Northbridge Mall, and T&W Towing, all of our sports boosters. Then we have scoreboard sponsor, Man Between the Lakes in Albert Lea. First half sponsor is going to be Good Steward Consulting. Also have guaranteed rate in 3 of the games coming up this later this season, doing first half sponsorship. But for tonight and for 5 games this season, Good Steward Consulting will be the first half sponsor. Second half sponsor all season is Alpha Orthodontics in Albert Lea. And then we have halftime and final stats brought to you by Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home each and every game. And we're going to do a player of the game. Urban and Gerberts in Albert Lea has given me 8 cards, $20 gift cards that we'll give one each week to a player of the game, a Tiger player of the game. So we thank them for that as well. And our pregame sponsor, Farmers Insurance Agent Joey Talamontes. Every week, Joey will be the leadoff man, the Farmers Insurance Agent, of course, and we will have him sponsor our talk with head coach Paul Dunn each and every pregame here on Power 96. For all your insurance needs, it's Joey Talamontes, and he's got a Farmers Insurance 702 East Main Street in Albert Lea, Suite 100. And phone number 507-373-3245. He's open basically 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. So do check with him, and he will be happy to answer any questions you might have. Albert Lea grad as well. So thanks to Joey Talamontes for sponsoring the pregame here. And then, speaking of that, let's get into it with head coach Paul Dunn. And your opponent tonight, Faribault, they were 5-2 last year, 3rd place in the blue division of the Big Southeast Conference. Do you know how many they're returning? Did they lose a lot of seniors, or?
They lost some key skill people, but their front is almost entirely back. So they're a bunch of big folks, and we got our work cut out for us to try to get movement up front and stop penetration on offense and get across the line of scrimmage on defense. So, it's going to be a difficult task, but the kids have been working hard, and if we can move our feet and stay low and get those big people tired late in the game, good things could happen.
Well, it might be a wet field, and you like to run the ball, so that might help you.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's wet for both of us, so I'm not concerned about that. I think, we do like to run the football, and like I said, we just got to get some movement up front, and R.J. Pauly's done a nice job getting the boys whipped into shape, and we'll see where we're at tonight.
So who are some of your big studs? Well, first of all, let's start with captains. Do you have captains for the whole season, or do you do that per game?
No, it's there's a captain election each year in my system. So we have Wes Dahl on the line, and then Cole Jansen and Garrett Giles. Our senior captains, junior captains would be Dakota Yankee and Luke Moeller.
Okay. Well, congratulations to those guys.
So, they were elected by their teammates, so
that's a real honor. Yeah. It's a big honor. So now, who are some of the big dogs we can wait to listen for? Some of the starters that have caught your eye here this year. First, offensively.
Well, offensively, Dakota Bianchi's going to get the nod at quarterback, and Garrett Giles has moved to tailback, so they'll be dotting the I. Jansen has moved from tight end to fullback.
Okay.
So those three are going to be big. We have Max Edwin on the edge, who has lots of speed. That we're looking forward to getting the ball to him out in space. And then up front, Wes Dahl anchors the line. He played center. He'll play some guard for us. Play some center as well. Some defensive end. So we're looking forward to those leaders stepping up. Luke Muller's going to step in at strong safety and flanker. So there's a number of kids that are emerging, some of whom are still emerging. Trenton Johnson has done a nice job at defensive end, playing a little bit of offense as well. Max Hacker has done a real nice job at guard for us. He's going to play some one tech as well. So, there's been a number of kids that have stepped up, and hopefully we can get Faribault on their heels a bit, and good things can happen for us.
Yeah, you never know. You can strike first and get a lead going, and a lot of things can happen from there. Is a lot of guys playing two ways, or is it more of a specialized thing these days, or do most guys go both offensive and defensive?
Honestly, more than I'd like. But as we're building numbers and that kind of thing, we're forced to play more guys two ways than I'd like. We need to get to a system at some point where we primarily have one-way players and the two-way player is an exception. We are not there yet. So fatigue is a factor.
Yeah.
Conditioning, we've been working real hard on getting ourselves in shape. So, those are our issues. With our size, once again, that we're hoping that we are in shape enough that we don't wear down late in the game. But because Faribault's going to two-platoon everything, so, and they're big folks. So we are trying to play as many players as we can on one way. But with the current numbers, it just isn't feasible to go two platoons totally.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. We're up to, I believe, 69 registered players now. So
okay.
We're getting there. We hopefully long-term goal would be in the 90s.
Yeah.
And at that point it would be a much easier situation to have one-way players. But
and I know you're
we'll
working.
get there.
You're working on the youth football too, and that would help too because I see teams all the time playing 8th graders and 9th graders, and that helps to get depth too.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're fortunate enough we haven't had to do that yet. Kind of trying to keep those younger groups in their classes and not having to move them up to field upper teams. So, and then at the end of the season, if we have some standout 8th graders, we'll bring them up for the last 9th grade game or something, kind of as a reward. But it's fun. It's fun to see that. The Tiger football camp this summer was a really good time. We had a lot of support from community businesses. We had 77, I think it was, kids that participated in that. So, that's exciting for the future. And I think we've got the machine in motion. Now it's just that we need to keep going through the gears and shifting into higher gears and get going faster. And, hopefully things will materialize over time and we'll build this program back to the days when Elberly was an important date on everybody's schedule.
Yeah.
So
every other game here of the 8th, it's like road, then home, then road, then home. And homecoming is against Cass and Manorville on the 24th. And everybody looks towards that one. That's a good team, too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Was Casson, Byron, and Faribault at the top of the league last year. So, it is what it is. We just got to play well every game.
Yep.
Come out and do our thing and worry about us and get better every week.
You open on the road at Faribault tonight here, and shortly kickoff going on, and then home opener is Stewartville next Saturday. How did that happen? What was wrong with the Friday?
Saturday, it was moved to Saturday because of an official shortage in the Big Nine.
Oh, all right.
Each team had to take a Saturday, and honestly, looking at Labor Day weekend, taking a Saturday after Labor Day means I don't have a short week.
Yeah.
So I volunteered the 11th.
All right.
So there was thought process there.
All right.
And trying to since we have to play on a Saturday, I'll choose that one. That kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it makes sense. Now, finally, let's give credit to your assistants. I know you can't do much without them.
Oh, absolutely. My defensive coordinator is Zach Riopel. He's a second year here at Albert Lee. He's been he's coached at Bemidji State. He's coached in North Dakota at the high school level. Played way up north. I forget the name of the high school right now. He's gonna probably kill me on that one. He's varsity assistant and defensive coordinator. R.J. Pauley is a Albert Lee grad. He comes to us after a 4-year stint at Woodbury. He's a high school counselor now, and here in Albert Lee. So we're real excited to have him.
He's no relation to me. It's close, but
yeah, it's spelled differently. But yeah, so he's done a really nice job. He's really happy with how he teaches technique and some of the team building things he's doing with the Hogs are real exciting. So I'm really happy to have him on board. We have Steve Piper, who runs the Grizzlies and youth football. He's still on my staff as a JV head coach. We have Tyler Vogt, who's an assistant. He comes from Owatonna, but he has been here 2 years, and he is fully invested in Albert Lee, and he is a really good, bright up-and-comer in the coaching world here in Albert Lee. He coaches numerous sports, so really happy to have him. I also have Jason Kuipers back on the varsity staff for secondary, and my wideouts and receivers. He's done a real nice job. He's played for the Grizzlies for years. He's an alumni as well. So it's fun to have those connections. In our ninth grade, we have Dan Brandt, who also is an Albert Lee alum, who played lineman for Albert Lee and also for the Grizzlies. So I'm real excited about the staff. The 6 assistants are really hard-working dudes, and it's really fun to watch them do their thing and just try to steer the boat, and stay out of the way.
Exactly. All right, man. Hey, good luck this season, and it starts tonight with the big opener in Faribault, and we're pulling for you, of course, the whole town. And we'll have all the games here on Power 96 on the radio station, and also we're streaming your audio and video online worldwide. You're worldwide, Coach.
All right. Tiger pride, baby.
That's right. Hey, good luck, and we'll talk to you each week. And again, always to talk to you. We go way back to our Mankato days together, so it's always fun to talk to you, man.
It's kind of fun. Yeah, you bet. And I really appreciate Power 96 and their support of Tiger sports, and especially Tiger football.
Being a teenager is tough.
There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do Minnesota's teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message.
All right, we are live from Faribault as we start the football season for the Alberta Tigers here in Falcon territory. And again, thanks to Farmers Insurance pregame show sponsor, Agent Joey Talamonte, 710 East Main Street, Suite 100 in Alberta. Call 507-373-3245. Online agents.farmers.com. Click on Minnesota, click on Albert Lee, and there is Joey's smiling face. And like him on Facebook. Power 96 is 96.1, KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota. And it's just about ready to go here. We have our scoreboard sponsor, Man Between the Lakes. It's scoreless. We haven't yet to kick off, but brought to you by Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway, downtown Albert Lee. Great clothing, quality clothing, tons of accessories for any man in your life, even if that man is you. And you can buy discount gift certificates to Man Between the Lakes on our Power 96 Power Shopper at KQPRFM.com, and like them on Facebook. And our first half sponsor, the Good Steward Consulting first half of Tiger football, brought to you by Good Steward Consulting, 122 West Main Street in Alberta. They have a passion about renewable energy and other rural developments for environmental and economic reasons. They might be looking to hire you. You can find out more at goodstewardconsulting.com. Starting lineups, it looks like Alberta's going to kick off here, and they will start on defense with defensive end Trenton Johnson, Max Hacker at a defensive tackle, Ben Schwimler at a defensive tackle, Weston Dahl, defensive end, Cole Jan, Logan Strom, and Bryson Kirsch, your linebackers. Cornerbacks Max Edwin and Tanner Kahn, with Luke Muller at the C. Kicker is Ben Keiters this year. As the Tigers come out, kick deep to the Faribault Falcons. And there's the kickoff. Squibbler bounces at the 35, picked up at about the 28 by one of the up men, and he gets it all the way up to the 40 before he's tackled there. That'll be George Soto with the return for Faribault as they start 1st and 10. And they are led by quarterback Hunter Nelson, a senior. They have Matthias Lenway, a senior running back. Johnny four wide. Johnny Franks, most of the time they'll go 4 wide. Johnny Franks, a junior. Ian Ehlers, a junior. A.J. Worrell, a senior. And Isaac Mata, a senior, as they start 1st and 10 from the 40. And we are underway here in Faribault. First of 8 regular season games. There's a handoff running around the right side. Crossing the 45 is Lenway. He's going to get a good chunk of the yardage here, about 6 on a first down carry. As he crosses the 45 to the 46, and they started at the 40, so 2nd and 4. As they snap it, one back in the backfield for Faribault, and a handoff straight up the gut, and he crosses the 50 down to the 45. That's Lenway again. He's going to get another 8 yards on that one. 2 carries, 14 yards for Matthias. And they come up at a 1st and 10 into Albert Lee territory for the first time. Starting this drive at the 40, their own 40. Somebody jumped defensively, but no flag thrown there. The quarterback's going to try and keep it around the left side. And there's a flag that gets thrown. It could be holding. It was behind the line. Out of bounds runs the quarterback at about the 39. We'll check the penalty. And it is a hold on the offense, so they'll bring her on back. By the way, you can catch our game, audio and video, of course, on Power 96 FM, but also on our website, kqprfm.com. Our Facebook page, facebook.com/power96mn, and our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and search for AL Football, and then please, Albert Lee Football, and then subscribe to our channel
and then watch and listen to the games there as well. So they move all the way back to the 45, their own 45, and this is a fake handoff. Quarterback keeper up the middle. He cuts to the left, and he's off to the races and run out of bounds at the 30 after a 25-yard pickup. Hunter Nelson, his first carry of the game. He hasn't thrown a pass yet, but a 25-yard pickup. 1st and 10, Faribault at the Albert Lee 30. The penalty set him back, but it didn't matter. They came out running and fake handoff. Made the defense bite to the right, and then he took off to the left. Again, shotgun formation, one running back there. He's the left-headed quarterback, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield by the Albert Lee defense. Nice job there. It's a loss of 3 back to the 33. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 13. And long 2nd down now for Faribault from the 33 of Albert Lee. 2nd and 13, barking out the signals, getting the snap, handoff, first man through. He's bursting to the 20, the 15, the 10, and he's going to score. That was Matthias Lenway. A 33-yard run for the touchdown. Lenway gets him on the board, 6-0, 3 carries, 47 yards, and a score. It helps to have the 33-yarder take it into the end zone, and we'll see if they can tack on the extra point or what they're going to do, maybe go for 2. Looks like they're going for the 2 here, as Nelson is up under center with an I backfield behind him, and he will fake the pitch and then roll to his left, and he hits a wide open receiver, Elijah Hammonds, backup running back for the 2-point conversion. And so on the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard, it is a quick 8-0 lead for Faribault here as they take the opening kickoff and march right down the field for a score. Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway, downtown Albert Lee. Great quality clothing and tons of accessories for any man in your life, even if that man is you. Buy discount gift certificates to Man Between the Lakes on our Power 96 shopper, the Power Shopper, at kqprfm.com, and give them a like on Facebook as well. So Albert Lee will receive the kick here to see what they can do on offense. Their first possession of the year. Pretty impressive there from the Falcons. There was a 10-yard holding penalty, but didn't seem to slow them down at all as they ran on every play except for the 2-point conversion on the pass from Nelson to Hammonds. So he's 1 for 1 on passing, but running, Nelson got a carry for 25. It was Matthias Lenway with the 3 carries for 47 yards, including the 33-yard touchdown gallop and the 2-pointer from Nelson to Hammonds to complete the 2-point play. I'm a little hamstrung. I didn't get numbers of the players from the coach. I figured I'd get them off the program. Well, they're using last year's roster, so some of the players on the roster aren't even on the team for Albert Lee. It's picked up here at the 18 and up to the 23 on the kick return. And Albert Lee will start 1st and 10 from the 22. It was number 33 on the return for Albert Lee. So we'll have to learn numbers and names as we go here, but quarterback is Dakota Yonke, and he will bring them up to the line. He is playing in the, he's going up to the line to be under center. Number 2 is Yonke. He will have Cole Jansen behind him with Garrett Giles. And this is a handoff. Actually, it was a quarterback keeper up the middle for maybe a yard for Yonke. Short gain up the middle to the 34. They'll bring up 2nd and 9. First quarter action, we have 9:37 to play. 8-0 rather, Faribault with the early lead. They scored on their first possession, marching 65 yards for a score. Here's a pass. as Yankee flares it out to the left, and he's got a man open up to the 30-yard line. Going to be short of a first down by about 3 yards, but third down and 3 as they get to the 30 on that short pass. I believe that was Jansen on the catch. Picking up, we'll give him 5 yards on that one. So it's third down and short here, 3rd and 3. Big early conversion for the Tigers to see if they can do it. They got a man in motion from left to right. He gets the pitch, and he's going to be smothered under for a loss. That was Garrett Giles on the carry and also on the reception earlier. And that's going to lose yards and bring up a 4th and long. And a punting situation for the Tigers as they are dropped all the way back to the 26.5 on that play. Giles on the pitch, in motion across the formation, but swarmed under, didn't fool the Falcons at all as he lost 4 yards on that one. And in punting formation, Tanner Kahn with the kick. It goes straight up and lands just over the 50 and rolls out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Faribault, right near midfield at their own 48. As they start out 1st and 10 with a 8-0 lead here, and still 7:52 to play in the first quarter. First half sponsor is Good Steward Consulting, and they are at 122 West Main in Albert Lea. They've got a passion about renewable energy and other rural developments for environmental and economic reasons. They might be looking to hire you, too. You can find out more about that at goodstewardconsulting.com. 1st and 10 in motion for Faribault is the running back going out to the right, but the quarterback just keeps it and goes around the left. He had success with that before, and he's going to score on this one. 52-yard run for Hunter Nelson. And Faribault is out to a big lead early. A 52-yard touchdown run. And are they going to bring it back because of a penalty? I didn't see the flag. Okay, we got illegal procedure on the Falcons. So wipe out the touchdown and move them back. Must have been on that motion. But it's just a 5-yard penalty to the 43. And so 1st and 15 instead of the touchdown. Good news for Tigers, but boy, they got to shore up that quarterback going around the left side. He's been running free the 2 or 3 times he's tried it. Down to 7:42 left here in the quarter. 8-0. And now a timeout is called by Albert Lea. So before we get into the next play, let's take a quick break and be back with more action here on Power 96 Sports.
How do you want your life to sound? Like this? Or like this? Life is better with a boat. Find the perfect boat to get you away from the noise, because really, life is better with a boat. Find your perfect Crestliner boat with Mercury Motor at Mapleton Marine, also at mapletonmarine.com or on Highway 22 in Mapleton. Life is better with a boat.
It's 8-0 here as we look at the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard. 8-zip brought to you by Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway. Great quality clothing, tons of accessories for any man in your life, even if that man is you. Buy discount gift certificates, too, to Man Between the Lakes on our Power Shopper at kqprfm.com and like them on Facebook. Setting up for a 1st and 15 here for Faribault after a long touchdown run negated by a penalty, their second penalty of the game for 15 yards total. And that one is flared out to the right, cross midfield down to the 45 of Albert Lea. So that's a gain of 12, and it's going to be a 2nd and 3. 12 yards on the pass. To the Albert Lea 45, just inside the 45. as they have two wideouts right, one left, and one running back in the backfield. One of the wide receivers in motion. He's going to get the pitch. He was running from right to left across the formation. He got the pitch, and he gets close to a first down and probably has it by about a half a yard. Yep, and they're going to move the sticks. So give 3 yards to A.J. Warrow on the run. Good enough for the first down, and they keep moving into Albert Lee territory at the 41. 1st and 10, leading 8-zip. Falcons, again, 2 wideouts for right, 1 left. Running back goes in motion to the right, and he's going to get the pass as the screen works to perfection, and he's running down the sidelines, evades 1 tackle and right into the end zone, and I don't see any yellow on the field, so that one will count. From 41 yards, Matthias Lenway, his first catch, goes for 41 yards and the score. That makes it 14-0, and they'll see if he can tack on the 2 here or see if they go for 1. Falcons having their way early here. A couple of long runs. The Tiger defense is going to have to get those corners covered and push those runners back inside for all the pursuit guys. It's a pitch on the 2-point conversion, and looks like he's in for the 2-point conversion. That's Elijah Hammonds. He had the 2-point conversion catching, and this one is running. So he gets to both of the 2-point conversions, and now when you check the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard, it's 16-0 Faribault with 6:20 left here in the first quarter. Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway, downtown Albert Lee. Great quality clothing, tons of accessories. You got to get in there, guys. And ladies, if you're shopping for your guy, that's the place to go. Just tons of great stuff. Things you're not going to see anywhere else. A lot of local artists are represented there as well. And you can get discount certificates on the Power Shopper, too, at kqprfm.com. Give them a like on Facebook as well. As Faribault sets up for the kickoff here. Albert Lee yet to get untracked here on their 1 possession. Gained some yards on the first couple of plays, but then got a setback there and had to punt it away. Meanwhile, the Falcons have had no trouble moving the ball. This end-over-end kick only goes to the 25, and it is fielded there and run up to about the 40, just across the 40-yard line. Nice 15-yard return. As they will set up shop there at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Tigers. Trailing by 16 here early. 6:13 to go, first quarter. Up to the line, Yankee going to be up under center. I backfield behind him with Giles and Jansen. And this one is thrown to the left as he was hit when he threw it. And it lands incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10. First pass attempt by Dakota Yankee. It's 0 for 1 now, and they'll set up for a 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line. Their own 41. Have yet to be in Falcon territory. It'd be nice to see them get this offense rolling here and get some points on the board here. Nice night here. The rain is not falling here in Faribault. It rained pretty much all the way up here on our drive, but it's not raining here, and the wind is not blowing much at all, so passing not a big problem. He tries to get one over the middle, does Yankee, but it's incomplete. Could have had a lineman downfield because that was just over his head, about 5 yards down, but no penalty called, so it's going to be 3rd down. 0-2 for Dakota, passing here on this series. So 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 here from their own 41 for the Tigers. 2 receivers left, 1 right, and 1 running back behind Yankee, who's up under center. He drops back, pressure again, throws it, tipped by the defensive back for Faribault, but dropped at about the 40-yard line of the Falcons. And that'll bring up another 4th down for the Tigers. And in comes the punting unit. with Tanner Kahn dropping deep to kick it away for the Tigers. So no first downs yet for Albert Lee offense. And they have given up the 2 touchdowns early on here. As a punt, it goes high. It's end over end. It's going to bounce at the 35 and then roll past the 30 and be down at the 28 or 29 of Faribault as they will start there. First half brought to you by Good Steward Consulting. And they are at 122 West Main in Albert Lee. And they've got a passion about renewable energy and other rural developments for environmental and economic reasons. And they might be looking to hire you. You can find out more at goodstewardconsulting.com. 16-0. Faribault ready to get going here. As we're about halfway through the first quarter. They got 3 wide to the left and 1 to the right. Up under center. No, it's going to be a shotgun formation. They throw it out to the left. The 2 receivers blocking for the other. And it is off to the races for number 84 for Faribault. He goes all the way for the touchdown. 72 yards. 72 yards, and it's Jalget. And that was flying down the sideline on the left to make it another touchdown, 22-0 Faribault, as they get out to a big early lead here. So 84 yards already in the air for Nelson as he hit that perfectly. A little wide receiver bubble screen with 3 wide outs on the left side. The 2 blocking for the 1 worked to perfection. They set down the extra point and a little bobble, but they got it down and up through for a 22-0 lead for Faribault. As we have 5:50 left, 23-0. They haven't put the point up yet on the scoreboard. That's what I was looking at, but it's 5:50 to go here on the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard. Brought to you by Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway in downtown Albert Lee. Get on in there and find great quality clothing, tons of accessories, stuff you're not going to find anywhere else. And it is quality stuff, I'm telling you. I spent a good hour in there just looking around and all the cool stuff we got over there. So check them out there at 119 South Broadway, downtown Albert Lee. Be back with kickoff coming up here on Power 96 Sports.
Are you paying too much for garbage collection? Call Thompson Sanitation today at 256-4370. You'll learn why to make the switch. Thompson Sanitation is locally owned, keeping your money in our local community. They offer garbage disposal and roll-off service with competitive prices and the best service around, too. And it's so easy to change. Start your service today. No BS with TS. Call 256-4370 to get the best service at the best prices in the area. Thompson Sanitation. Be loyal. Shop local.
So 23 zip here in the first quarter. Still 5:50 to play in the first as Faribault ready to kick off again. Albert Lee yet to gain a first down offensively, and they have given up some big plays, including the last touchdown, the long 72-yarder. Albert Lee's going to take over here at the 40 on the return on a little squib kick. So it'll be 1st and 10. Tigers. The field doesn't look too wet here, so they don't have too slick of a ball to deal with. And like I said, the winds are not blowing at all. The flags are limp on the flagpoles over here in the end zone. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers as Dakota Yankee brings them up to the line of scrimmage. He's up under center with the I backfield behind him, Jansen and Giles. And it's going to be a handoff going nowhere, in fact, going backwards. Started at the 40. They're going to lose about 3 yards on that one. That was Cole Jansen. He's going to lose 3. So 2nd and 13 situation for Albert Lee as the clock ticks down to 5:20 and moving. Play brought in to Dakota Yankee, as he brings him up. Again, he's under center for the most part. I think every play so far he's been up under center. He's got a receiver to each side, eye backfield. Oops, a mishandled handoff, fumble, and it's Faribault's ball. The handoff was never fully completed. I think it was Garrett Giles, and Yankee had trouble getting a clean handoff, and that was on the ground, and Faribault comes up with it at the Albert Lee 34. First turnover of the game. Gives Faribault a short field here with already a 23-0 lead. Well, so they start out 1st and 10 at the Albert Lee 34 with a fake handoff, rolls to the right, hits a man at the line of scrimmage, and he gets a first down and out of bounds inside the 25, close to the 20. And the offense keeps rolling for Faribault. They're going to get to about the 22, it looks like. 1st and 10, 12-yard pickup there. Hunter Nelson approaching 100 yards passing. Helped by a 72-yard touchdown on the last series. 4:48 left here in the first quarter, and Hunter gets the snap, and this time he hands it off. Nope, he faked it. I thought Hammond had it, but he'll keep it and get roughed up there and actually lose a yard or two. As the Tiger defense converged, was not fooled by the fake handoff like I was. So that run is going to lose a couple yards. As he sets up again for 2nd and 12 from the 23. Clock running, right, getting close to 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. And the snap, handoff, Hammond goes right up the middle, and he's going to score from the 23. Elijah Hammonds, the backup running back, 23 yards out, touchdown. And that makes it 29-0 lead for Faribault, as they will look to tack on an extra point or two. It looks like they're going to go for 2 here. They went for 2 on the first 2. Nope, they're going to kick one through here. They did an extra point last time. They're going to go for an extra point here. As the snap is up and down, and the kick goes through for a 30-0 advantage for the Faribault Falcons, with still 4:03 left here in the first quarter, and it's 30-0 on the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard. You know, Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway in downtown Albert Lee has lots of great stuff for guys to go and get. Some bathroom games, I'm telling you, they look fun. Also some very unique shot glasses and glasses, things. Great clothing, especially stuff for fall already on the racks in there too. Everything's priced great, and they have a lot of unique stuff. Signs, T-shirts, things like that. So get on in there and check knives too. So they run the gamut of great stuff for guys of all kinds. And so guys, get in there and shop yourself, or send your lady on in there too and get yourself something. And you can get discount certificates to Man Between the Lakes on our Power Shopper at kqprfm.com. And give them a like on Facebook. Well, this game is dragging because of all the stoppages of the clock for the scores. They've already hit the end zone 4 times for 30-0 lead, Faribault, as they will kick off here, and it goes end over end and lands at about the 15, scooped up there and hit almost immediately at the 17. And that's where Albert Lee will start. A long field ahead of them with a 30-0 deficit and just under 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. The turnover last time in their own territory led to a long run there by Elijah Hammonds, and the 4th touchdown for the Falcons. Albert Lee has yet to establish a run or even the pass. The Yankee is 0 for 2. He's run once for a yard. Jansen's got a carry for -3. Garrett Giles with a carry. But negative yardage, not a good thing. So they got to start turning it around. Here's a pass right up the middle, and it's off the fingertips of Edwin. As they say that's Luke Moeller. So incomplete. 0 for 3 for Dakota. And 2nd and 10 from the 18 for Albert Lee. As the play is run in by wide receivers here for the Albert Lee offense. Again, thanks to our sports boosters, Thompson Sanitation, Pizza Ranch, Mapleton Marine, Becker Auto and RV in Hayward, as well as Freeborn County Solid Waste, Derek's Preferred Auto, Northbridge Mall, and T&W Towing. Here's the snap. Yankee has it. He's hit as he throws, and there's a penalty. Probably going to be some roughing there on Faribault. It's thrown by the referee right behind the quarterback's drop, and we'll see for sure, but that would be my guess, as he was handled a little roughly and pushed backwards on the throw. We're going to have personal foul. No, it's going to be holding on Albert Lee. Sorry, that's declined. So they wiped that out. I misread that one. They had to hold to try and stop Yankee from getting inundated there. And that's going to be a 3rd and 10 now with the declining of the penalty on the Tigers. No receiver in the area of the pass either for Yankee, as he and the receiver kind of misread their cues. And good thing it wasn't an interception, because if it was picked off, it would have been an easy cakewalk into the end zone again for Faribault there. But here it is, 3rd and 10 now with 3:52 left in the first quarter. There's a completed pass over the middle up to the 30, 29 maybe, and that could be a first down. It's going to be real close. And Logan Strom with the catch. We'll see. Oh, we got a penalty on Albert Lee again. It was procedure, and that's going to move them back. Just when they get a good play and look like a first down yardage, they're going to move back instead. Penalties are drive killers. And this is going to make it a 3rd and 15. Deep in their own end here at the 13-yard line is Albert Lee, trailing 30 to nothing. And clock running, 3:38, first quarter. Ball on the 13. And a long way to go on 3rd down. But that was a nice pass over the middle to Strom from Yankee. Hit him right in the numbers, and looked like he had first down yardage on that one. Unfortunately, the procedure nullifies that. Yankee, looks like it was a little broken play, because he turned around and it didn't look like it was what he called. But he makes the best out of it and gets a flare out to the left, completed, but very short yardage there on 3rd and 13. He only gained a couple of yards on that one. So technically his first completion, he had the one called back, but 1 out of 4 there for a few yards. And deep in their territory on 4th down, they're going to have to kick it away. And out again, Tanner Kahn to do that. High snap, but he gets it. Gives it a boot, and it's high and about midfield. A fair catch called for, but not taken. And then it takes a Faribault bounce, but stopped there by Albert Lee at looks like the Tiger 47-yard line is where Faribault will take over. 1st and 10, leading 30 to nothing already here in the first quarter, with 2:36 to play here in the first. Up front on offense is Weston Dahl, the center. Cody Laskowski is a left guard. Left tackle Isaac Shea for Albert Lee, and then Max Hacker and Ben Schwemmler on the right side when they're on offense. Defensively, Hacker and Schwemmler inside on the line. Trenton Johnson and Weston Dahl on the ends. Here's a play. Flare out to the right for Faribault. Gains a few yards across the 45 to the 40, almost the 43, it looks like. So that'll bring up 2nd down. They started at the 42 or 47, so about a 5-yard gain there. Linebackers defensively for Albert Lee: Cole Jansen, Logan Strom, Bryson Kirsch. Corners, Max Edwin and Tanner Kahn, with Garrett Giles and Luke Moeller playing safety. Here's a pass to the left completed. Nice blocking by Faribault on these plays as they are just gaining big chunks of yards. There's another first down and out of bounds for the Falcons on the left side. There was a little hold there on Falcons number 3, and there is a flag. It was blocked. The flag is blocked for me by the players on the Falcons sideline, but he had a big handful of jersey during his block there, and you can't be doing that. He was really tugging at the jersey, so that's going to bring him back. Nullify a nice big gain, and the hold on Faribault's Isaac Mata, wide receiver. So it's going to be a second down and, well, they say 6, but they actually have 11 to go as they move them back to the 48. And here's a drop back for Hunter, and he's got a guy open wide, long down the field, and a touchdown scored by Isaac Mata, the guy who just had the holding penalty. He got wide open down the middle, and it was Nelson hitting him in stride for a 48-yard touchdown pass. And another big play for the Faribault Falcons as they take a 36-0 lead with 1:46 to go in the first. Big plays have put them out in front big time. Here's an extra point for Faribault. The snap is low, and the kick is blocked. It just goes right into the line. No good. So looks like going to say 36-0 as we check the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard with 1:46 to go in the first. 36-0 Faribault. Brought to you by Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway in Albert Lea. Great quality clothing, tons of accessories for any man in your life, even if that man is you. Buy discount certificates on our Power Shopper too at kqprfm.com. Man Between the Lakes, like them on Facebook. And this first half brought to you by the Good Steward Consulting outfit. They are at 122 West Main in Albert Lea, and they got a passion about renewable energy and other rural developments for environmental and economic reasons. They might be looking to hire you too. If you're looking for work, find out more at goodstewardconsulting.com. So, Faribault scores again, and they will line up to kick it back to Albert Lea. Need to thank all of our sponsors, Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home. They'll be along with the halftime and final statistics too. Kickoff goes to about the 20 and crossing the 30. Albert Lea with a setting up there at the 34-yard line. Albert Lea Chiropractic, Acupuncture and Massage at 1340 West Main in Albert Lea. Call 377-3780 or online, albertleachiropractic.com, and like them on Facebook. Edward Jones, Financial Advisor Angie Eggum at 127 South Broadway in Albert Lea. Call 507-373-2000. Online, edwardjones.com/Angie Eggum, and like her on Facebook as well. Farmers Mutual Insurance on Highway 13 in Manchester. Call 507-826-3425. Online, it's manchestermutual.com, and give them a like on Facebook as well. 1st and 10 for Albert Lea. Yankee's going to get sacked. 6-yard loss. 2nd and 16 as the jailbreak from the line. Defensive linemen all over the place. Urban and Gerbert's at 132 Bridge Avenue in Albert Lea. Call 507-473-2033. Online at urbanandgerberts.com, and like them on Facebook as well. And they are sponsoring our player of the game at the end of the game, giving a $20 gift card to a Tiger player each week. Alpha Orthodontics, Skyline Plaza, Albert Lea. Call 507-377-0222. Online at alphaorthodontics.com, and you can give them a like on Facebook. Hodgman Drainage, Highway 34 in Dodge Center. Call 507-528-2225. Online, hodgmandrainage.com, and again, like them on Facebook. Thompson Electric, 310 South 2nd Avenue West in Albert Lea. Call 507-373-4279, and online, thompsonelectricofalbertlea.com. And you can give them a like on Facebook as well. Farmers Insurance Agent Joey Talamontes, pregame sponsor, and he is at 710 East Main Street, Suite 100 in Albert Lea. Call him at 507-373-3245 for all your insurance needs. Online, you can find him at agents.farmers.com. Click on Minnesota, click on Albert Lee, and there will be Joey. And give him a like on Facebook. Albert Lee Taxi at 1325 Southeast Broadway in Albert Lee. Call 507-383-3341 and like them on Facebook. And Trading Post off of Highway 65 in Gordonsville. For 71 years, you've relied on them for great deals on tools and equipment, plus mechanical work on your small engines and vehicles for sale too. And like them on Facebook as well. So second and long here, 13 for Albert Lee, as a pass out to the left, completed and running free past the 50, down to the 40, and then finally corralled at the 35 and down at the 30, maybe the 30-yard line. Beautiful play from Yankee. Number 14 for Albert Lee. Again, I'm working on, they have the rosters from last year's squad here that they handed me. So my apologies. We'll try and find out who all these guys are here at halftime. And big gainer there all the way down to the 30-yard line of Faribault for Albert Lee. There is sign of life, 36-0. They trail with 41 seconds left. We're still in the first quarter as the flags fly before the snap. Somebody jumped, and we'll see which side gets the blame here when the ref's going to mark it off against Albert Lee. A 5-yard penalty for illegal procedure. So, 1st and 15 from the 35 of Faribault for the Tigers. Boy, they need more of that big play stuff that they just got to get them into a good position here. Put them on the scoreboard and make them feel good about themselves here. Still first quarter action as we get the last 23 seconds. There's a handoff inside. Doesn't go very far. I believe that was Jansen. He's going to end up gaining a yard on that one. So it's going to be 2nd and 14. Somebody's tying a shoe in the Tiger huddle as we have timeout called. Oh, the end of the quarter. End of the first quarter as we check the man between the legs scoreboard. It's a 36-0 Faribault lead here from Faribault. Man between the lakes at 119 South Broadway in Albert Lee. Great quality clothing, tons of accessories for any man in your life. Go ahead and check them out at 119 South Broadway. And you can get certificates on the Power Shopper at kqprfm.com.
The doors are open at your local Austin and Albert Lee Pizza Ranches. John, Trish, and the gang are excited to serve you. Now you can enjoy all the things your Austin and Albert Lee Pizza Ranches have been famous for. Dine in, relax, and enjoy the buffet. Hot pizza, chicken, fresh salad, desserts, and now hot wings are available. The car cruises are back again. Albert Lee hosts on Wednesdays and Austin hosts on Thursdays. Of course, social distancing and measures are in place for your safety and theirs. The Pizza Ranches in Austin and Albert Lee now open to serve you. Power 96 is looking for camera operators to assist with our live streaming of high school sports. Pay will be on a per-game basis. If you're interested, either call us at 507-373-9600 during regular business hours or email power96@kqprfm.com.
And we get into the second quarter of play here with a 36-0 Faribault lead over Albert Lee. Tigers with a 2nd and 14. At the Faribault 34 as they go now right to left for the second quarter. And back to pass, Yankee. He's got a nice flare out to the left. The flags are thrown everywhere, and the play ends up down at the 23. Max Edwin on the reception. He's the one who got the long catch down the sideline, but this is going to be a penalty. Looks like another hold on the Tigers. So another, I don't know if he had the first down. He was close, but that's going to negate that and set him all the way back to the 41 and set up 2nd and very long. 24, I guess it would be. As they're at the 41. Well, they were at the 34, so it's a 7-yard penalty. 2nd and 21, according to the scoreboard. Yankee gets the play. Just underway here in the second quarter. 36-0 Faribault. Albertley with the ball. First time they've got it moving here into Faribault territory. And that was because of a nice play from Yankee to Edwin. On a pass play down the left sideline. He's back to pass, gets the ball knocked out of his hand. And there's a battle for it at midfield. Looks like Albertley got it back. One of the linemen looks like they jumped on it, so nicely done. And it's going to be down to the 49, though. To Faribault 49. That's another 8 yards lost. So it'll be 3rd and 29. Just when they get something going good, they have moved backwards again. It's going to be tough to complete a 3rd and 29, but they're at the 49, so got to get to the 20. Yankee brings him up in the eye, receiver to each side. He's under center, drops straight back, and flags again are thrown. And it's going to stop the play, so it was before the snap. Probably another either offsides or procedure. Procedure against Albertley is going to push them back into their own side of the 50 and bring up 3rd and 34. And they just keep going the wrong way here. We had the 30-some yard pass there from Yankee to Edwin before the end of the first quarter. Since then, it's all gone backwards as they're now at their own 46, needing to get to the Falcons 20 for a first down. 3rd and 34. 10-14 to go here in the first half. 36-0 Faribault. Yankee brings him up under center, got the eye behind him, and receiver each side. He looked like he broke in play again because he wanted to hand it off, but ended up not, and then he gets spun down at about the 43-yard line. 44, let's call it. That'll bring up 4th and a mile, so they'll have to punt it away. As Yankee looked like a couple of times now, he's been unsure of the teammates and where they should be. They're not where he thinks they should be anyway, and quarterbacks usually know these things. You know, they got the plays all down. And when you turn and trying to give it to somebody and they're not there, it's worrisome. Here's the punt. As it is in the air and hits at the 30 and rolls down to about the 24-yard line is down there. So Faribault will start there at their own 26, let's call it. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line with a 36-0 lead here with 9:17 left to go in the first half on the Man Between the Legs scoreboard. Great new store, 119 South Broadway in downtown Albertley. You want clothes? They got that. You want shot glasses or drinking glasses? They got that. You want some unique signs? They've got those. They've got just a ton of stuff. You got to go check them out at 119 South Broadway, Albertley. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 26 for Faribault. As they have a handoff, goes nowhere. Snuffed out by the Tiger defense there. Handoff to Matthias Lenway. It was quarterback Nelson giving it up the middle, and they put the ball down at 26, so no gain there. 2nd and 10. 8:55 and rolling is the clock here in the second quarter. Back in the shotgun, they got a receiver in motion from right to left, and he's going to get the pitch, and he's off to the races up to the 45 and knocked out of bounds. A first down for Faribault. As Faribault in their home green uniforms and white numerals and trim, piling up the yards here in the first half, and the points too, 36-0. Albertley in the road whites with the red trim and numerals, trying to do whatever they can to stop this train called the Falcons. As the handoff is up the middle, and Lenway cuts it out to the left, gains about 5-6 yards and is brought down there just across midfield. Second down Let's call it 4. 2nd and 4 at the Albert Lee 48. The scoreboard here has video. We have video as well on our website at kqprfm.com, as well as facebook.com/power96mm. There's a pass to the right that's dropped by Faribault receiver number 21. He couldn't hang on to that one. He had some room to move too. Maybe he was looking downfield before he secured it in his hands. But it brings up a 2nd and 3rd and 4. They call it 3rd and 6, but that is a weird looking 6. Yeah, there you go. 3rd and 4. With the incompletion, the clock stops at 8:03 left in the half. Here's a quarterback keeper as he fakes the handoff, and then he runs up the middle and cuts it out to the left, and he's finally brought down after he gets a first down inside the 30 to about the 35, 36-yard line of Albert Lee, where they will get another fresh set of downs. And they keep rolling. 7:44 to go in the half. As Nelson's going to take it from the shotgun. He's got one runner behind him, and he hands it to him. That's Lenway, and he's going to tripped up at the line of scrimmage. He does gain a few yards, but nice tackle there by the Tigers, slowing him down. It's going to be a 2nd down and about 8. They are at about the 34-yard line. And quickly moving, and another snap here, and he's going to throw it out to the right. Completion, but Tigers everywhere. They can't get him down. They finally run him out of bounds after a short gain to about the 32. A couple of yards on that one. A lot of missed tackles on that one of Isaac Mata as he caught that pass and eventually was run out of bounds. It's going to bring up 3rd down. And they got to get to about the 27-yard line for a first down. They're sitting at the 32, so 5 yards to go. 3rd down. They may go for it since they're in Albert Lee territory. There's a pitch to the receiver going right to left, and he's going to be near the first down marker, but I don't think he made it. He's in bounds as he stopped there. And that's going to bring up 4th down and short on the end around there by A.J. Worrell. They are looking like they're going to go for it here on 4th and 1 from the 27, just outside the 27. 2 receivers each side, and Albert Lee jumps, and that is going to give them the first down on a penalty. Both defensive ends jumped across. Hard count or something there by Nelson. Enticed them to do so. Captains this year for Albert Lee are Wes Dahl, Cole Jansen, Garrett Giles, Dakota Yankee, and Luke Moeller, as voted on by the team. So congratulations to them. It's a good honor. 3 receivers to the right and nobody out to the left, with 1 running back, and Nelson with the shotgun snap. He throws it incomplete to the right at about the 20, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 23. Clock is at 6:08 and stopped there with the incompletion. Already 36-0, but nothing here in the second quarter, I don't think. Did we? Yeah, it's all been in the first quarter. So, hey, we've slowed them down that much. We had a nice drive there that was hurt by some penalties for the Tigers, but had a couple of gains looking like they should look. And that one is up the middle for quarterback Nelson. He's going to get corralled there after a short gain over the 20 to about the 19. 3-yard pickup there. It's going to make it, is it 4th down already? 3rd and 7. Boy, the scoreboard. Their big fat fingers are missing things. I know how that goes when I have my hands on the mouse and the computer and stuff. You're always hitting the wrong buttons. 3rd and 7 Here's a fake handoff, and Nelson's going to roll to his right. He's a left-hander, so he throws across his body into the end zone. Touchdown. If his feet are in, the refs are looking at each other. They haven't signaled it. Incomplete. They say he was out of bounds and did not get a foot in. You only need one. It was a completed pass in the corner, front corner, right corner of the end zone, but they call it incomplete. And that brings up 4th down at the Albert Lee 19. He was covered well, and it was a perfect pass. And throwing across his body, the lefty rolling right. And it's not an easy way to go, but he put it right there, and it just let him out of bounds a little bit. Into the shotgun, Nelson with running back beside him, Lenway. 2 receivers to each side. He gets the snap. It's low, but he throws it over the middle, and the referee actually, a nice defender, and it was Mata who stood up and looked at the ref. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing? You're standing in my way." But there was an incomplete pass in the end zone, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Albert Lee will take over at their own 19 with 5:23 to play here in the first half, trailing 36-0 on the Man Between the Legs scoreboard. They have all kinds of great stuff for guys. You got to keep going back regularly because they have local artists stuff on sale there. I'm not talking like paintings and things. I'm talking unique shot glasses and signs and handmade knives and things like that. So you got to go back and check them out all the time at Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway, downtown Albert Lee. 1st and 10, Tigers, 5:23 to play in the half. As there's a mix-up too, but he gets the handoff. Oh, and just corralled at the 25 was the running back. Thought he might have had some opening there. If he got by that group, he was off to the races. It is 2nd down and 4 after a 6-yard pickup there. 4:57 and counting left here in the half. Kind of a haze now over the field. The humidity and things after all the rain around the area. Now flags before the snap. Yankee actually took the snap, and before he got more than 2 steps back, we have another procedure call against the Tigers. They're moving early. They tell them the snap count right there in the huddle, so they should know what it is. But they're going to mark that off another 5 yards. So the 2nd and 4 becomes a 2nd and 9 on the penalty, as they are now at their 20. It says 3rd down, but that's 2nd with the penalty. And that is a flare out to the left, dropped by the receiver. He would have been, looked like he was going to get tackled anyway. Out on the left side. Number 5 for the Tigers. I'm going to have to get a rundown on the numbers since we're dealing with last year's roster. We were handed when we walked in here for the Tigers. So we'll go to the official scorer and get some names of the numbers and make sure we got everybody right. I do know it's Dakota Yankee number 2. I believe Cole Jansen's number 30, and then number 4 is Garrett Giles. Max Edwin number 14. Logan Strom's number 30. But other than that, I'm a little cloudy. It's 3rd down and 9. High snap. Yankee gets it. He's throwing to his right, and flags come down. I think it might be defensive interference, which would be very helpful. It was at the 25, so he had to get to the 29 for a 1st down. But with a defensive penalty, the referees are still discussing who did what to whom and where, so that they can mark it off here. No signal yet from the head ref in the white hat. The man in the white hat. It is defensive pushing, illegal use of hands, and a 1st down for Albert Lee as they mark it off. And the referee going across the 30, and he sets it down at the 35. So the Tigers at their own 35, 1st and 10 after the defensive interference, illegal use of hands. 4:26 to play in the half. It's 36-0 Faribault as this haze has descended upon the field. Still hasn't really reached down to the players yet, but at light level, it is kind of a foggy haze. Incomplete pass off to the right from Yankee. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. And Power 96 is 96.1 KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota. 2nd and 10 from their own 35. The Tigers trying to get something on the board here before the half. 4:23 to play, and back to pass is Yankee. And he's looking for the screen, and then there's all kinds of flags to get thrown as he's dumped to the ground. Could be another hold. The Falcons' defensive line has been a menace to Yankee and his front line today. And they've been called for holding a few times, and they're going to get another one right here. So 10 yards back. Stays 2nd down, but it'll be 2nd and 20. And they will move it back to about the 25. Actually, more than that. They're going all the way back to the 22. They got to get to the 45 for a first down. 23 yards to go. 2nd and 23. They have 3rd, but it's still 2nd. One penalty. They got to tell them. Penalty stays same down. Yes. Yankee brings him up. I backfield behind him. 2 receivers to the right. He's going to fake a handoff and look for a receiver down the middle. And he's got him on his drop, but then picked off. Oh, my gosh. That is Faribault running the other way to the 40, to the 35, and tackled there by Max Edwin on the tackle. But it looked like a completed pass, but it never was. It was juggled and then tipped in the air, and it was Faribault's defensive back who ended up with it. And he brings it all the way back to the Albert Lee side of the field to inside the 35 at the 33-yard line, and they will have it 1st and 10. So another drive snuffed out here by the Falcons. Down to 4:06 to play in the half. They haven't scored here in the 2nd quarter, but, man, they have been given great field position here at the 33 of Albert Lee. A snap to Nelson. He hands off to Hammonds, who's got it around the right side, jukes out a one player, and then spins down to the 15, being careful to stay in bounds to keep that clock rolling. The last thing Faribault needs to do is run out of bounds with a 36-point lead here in the first half. They just want to keep that clock going. I think Albert Lee has at least one timeout left, so they can only stop the clock one more time. I'm not sure. It doesn't really show that on the scoreboard that well. And there's the snap. They're going for the end zone. The pass is caught for a touchdown by Faribault's A.J. Worrell, and that was amazing. That was good coverage. There was a man right in his face, and it went right past his outstretched arms and into the hands of Worrell for the score, and it's 42-0 with 3:28 to play here in that first half, which is brought to you by Man Between the Lakes, the scoreboard, 119 South Broadway, downtown Albert Lee. Guys, go check it out. You will not be sorry. And ladies, if you're looking for something to get your man, that would be the place to go. Man Between the Lakes, 119 South Broadway. We're going to have a timeout here before the try, and it's a Faribault timeout. This first half brought to you by Good Steward Consulting, and they are at 122 West Main in Albert Lee. They just moved into their new digs, and they got a passion about renewable energy and other rural developments for environmental and economic reasons, and they might be looking to hire you. And to find out, you can go to goodstewardconsulting.com. Extra points good. It's 43-0. 43-0 Faribault here with 3:28 to play in the first half, and we'll be back with the kickoff and the remaining part of the first half here on Power 96 Sports.
How do you want your life to sound? Like this? Or like this? Life is better with a boat. Find the perfect boat to get you away from the noise, because really, life is better with a boat. Find your perfect Crestliner boat with Mercury Motor at Mapleton Marine, also at mapletonmarine.com or on Highway 22 in Mapleton. Life is better with a boat.
Power 96 is looking for camera operators to assist with our live streaming of high school sports. Pay will be on a per-game basis. If you're interested, either call us at 507-373-9600 during regular business hours or email power96@kqprfm.com.
Back in Faribault, and it is a 43-0 Falcons lead here with 3:28 left in the first half. Lining up for the kickoff are the Faribault Falcons. Not really able to get some things going here and there, but boy, for the most part, turnovers, penalties have told the story. Kickoff is end over end and grabbed at the 18 and up to the 27 or 8 is Edwin. And they'll start out first and 10. Thanks to all of our great sponsors. I mentioned the Sports Boosters a couple of times, and we also have Man Between the Lakes. You've heard about them at 119 South Broadway in Albert Lee. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home at 1415 Highway 13 Albert Lee, 373-4330, or online at bayviewfuneral.com. And like them on Facebook. Also, Albert Lee Chiropractic, Acupuncture and Massage at 1340 West Main in Albert Lee. Call 377-3780 and online at albertleechiropractic.com. You can check them out on Facebook too. And Edward Jones Financial Advisor Angie Eggum at 127 South Broadway in Albert Lee. Call 507-373-2000 online at edwardjones.com/Angie Eggum. And you can check her out on Facebook. The pass over the middle for Albert Lee, incomplete at midfield. Moeller on the receiving end of that one. Dived for it at about the 50, but could not come up with it. 2nd and 10 from the 29 for Albert Lee. Farmers Mutual Insurance on Highway 13 in Manchester. Call 507-826-3425. Online, manchestermutual.com. And give them a like on Facebook. Urban and Gerbert's at 132 Bridge Avenue in Albert Lee with the player of the game each week. Call 507-473-2000. 2033, 473-2033, and online at urbanandgerberts.com. They're also on Facebook. 2nd and 10, Yankee brings them up in the eye, receiver on each side. Here's a handoff going to the right and gaining about 5. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5. Also, Alpha Orthodontics, Skyline Plaza, Albert Lee. Call 507-377-0222. Online at alphaorthodontics.com. And like them on Facebook, Hodgman Drainage and Highway 34 in Dodge Center. Call them at 507-528-2225. Online, hodgmandrainage.com. And they are also on Facebook. Thompson Electric at 310 South 2nd Avenue West in Albert Lee. 507-373-4279. As the pass to the right is incomplete by Yankee. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5. And Thompson Electric of AlbertLee.com. Like them on Facebook. Farmers Insurance Agent Joey Talamontes at 710 East Main Street, Suite 100 in Albert Lee. Call 507-373-3245. Online, agents.farmers.com. And you can click on Minnesota and find Joey there. Albert Lee Taxi, 1325 Southeast Broadway in Albert Lee. Call 507-383-3341. And give them a like on Facebook. And Trading Post off Highway 65 in Gordonsville. For 71 years, you've relied on them for great deals on tools and equipment. Here's the punt from Albert Lee. It's going to angle out of bounds at about the 45 of Faribault with 2:25 left in the half. And tools and equipment at the Trading Post, plus mechanical work on your small engines. And they have vehicles for sale, too. And give them a like on Facebook as well. 1st and 10 for Faribault at their own 45, I believe. Where'd they put it down? Oh, it went out of bounds, angled out of bounds into Albert Lee territory at the 47. It landed at about the 45 of Faribault, but crossed the sideline there at the 47 of Albert Lee. They start 1st and 10 with the 43-0 lead. Snap back to Nelson, and he flares one out to the left, or to the right rather, to his receiver, who picks up a 1st down over the 35 to the 34-yard line. Moeller in on the tackle there for Albert Lee. 1st and 10, 35 of Albert Lee. Nelson again in the shotgun. No running backs. Got 3 receivers left, 1 right. Gets the snap, and then immediately runs right up the middle. And he's got yards, and a way to go down to the 15. Another first down. Clock is at 1:46. And a stoppage with the penalty on the far side there. It's a hold against Faribault for a change. And that will negate a nice run by quarterback Nelson. And bring up 1st and 20. Clock's at 1:46 here in the first half. They set it down at the 31. So it's a point of, it's marked back from where the penalty happened there. So it's going to, they got to get to the 25 for a first down. So they're about 6-7 yards away. Here's a deep throw down the middle. And it's, wide open touchdown for Faribault as A.J. Worrell has run wild on this defense. He got behind the defensive backs again, and Nelson just throws it into him for the easy score, and it's 49-0. Looking like lining up for an extra point here. We have, looks like 42, and I don't see one on the roster, but their kicker, he puts one up. No, it's number 40, and that is up and good. So a 50-0 lead, and kicker Eduardo Solis does good there. Make it a half-century lead, 50-0 with 1:34 to go here in half number 1. As we'll be back with the kickoff here on Power 96 Sports.
Are you paying too much for garbage collection? Call Thompson Sanitation today at 256-4370. You'll learn why to make the switch. Thompson Sanitation is locally owned, keeping your money in our local community. They offer garbage disposal and roll-off service with competitive prices and the best service around, too. And it's so easy to change. Start your service today. No BS with TS. Call 256-4370 to get the best service at the best prices in the area. Thompson Sanitation. Be loyal. Shop local.
Remember when you used to envy theirs?
Nice boat!
Now, they envy yours.
Hey, nice boat!
When the weekend comes to you, you come down to the dock.
Check out the incredible deals on Hewitt docks, lifts, and accessories. Get the quality Hewitt products you need and want at Mapleton Marine, your boating and Hewitt headquarters. Mapleton Marine on Highway 22 or mapletonmarine.com. Facebook too. What are you waiting for?
Kickoff return for Albert Lee goes over the head of the returner, and by the time he gets it, he's swarmed under at about the 10-11 yard line, and that's going to set Albert Lee up deep again in their own territory. Trailing 50-0 already here with 1.5 minutes left to go, first half. They set it down at the 12. I looked online for a roster of Albert Lee players. They haven't put that up yet, being early in the season here on 2 or 3 different sites I checked out. And they handed us a roster here at the gate that includes this year's Faribault team, but last year's Albert Lee team. A lot of guys have graduated, and the numbers are different. So a surprise. Usually you can rely on the host school to have things the way they should be. There's an injury for Albert Lee on the field. Number 11 laying at the 15. He sits up, but then he's told to lay down again by the trainer. And we'll have a timeout here so I can talk some more about some of our great sponsors who've really stepped up to the plate here with, of course, the Sports Boosters, T&W Towing, Northbridge Mall, Derek's Preferred Auto, Freeborn County Solid Waste, Becker Auto and RV in Hayward, Mapleton Marine, Pizza Ranch, and Thompson Sanitation. And the player running off the field now. A little bit of a limp, but looks like he's all right. And by the way, you can see and hear this game online. 3 different venues. Our website, kqprfm.com, facebook.com/power96mn, and do a YouTube search for Albert Lee Football, and then please subscribe to our channel, and we can get enough subscriptions, and we'll have our own URL. Is that what it is we're looking for? And then you can watch and listen to the game there, too. So second down and 6. No, second and 9, it says on the scoreboard. 54 seconds to go. Clock running. Handoff. Albert Lee going right to left in their road whites. Just a couple of yards there off the right side. And it's going to bring up third down. And the clock still running at 36 seconds. Albert Lee not in any hurry, it doesn't look like. 31. Down to 27 and 25 seconds as they come up to the line here. Yankee up under center. Eye backfield behind him. Receiver each side. He hands off, and that one is going to go nowhere, and tackled there at the 15. He may have gotten some progress up a couple more yards, but that's going to end the half. Well, 3, 2, 1, and that's it for the first half of action here from Faribault, 50-0 in favor of the Falcons on the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard. Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway in downtown Albert Lee has what you need, guys, for your man cave, for your closet, just to put clothes in there and look good and sharp. It's stuff you're not going to find anywhere else, so you do owe it to yourself to get in there at 119 South Broadway and visit with them. We've got some 1999 video on the scoreboard. Interesting stuff here at Faribault. We'll be back with second half action, and that is going to be brought to you. Where's my? I'll have to get my pages all together here, and I'll let you know who's going to be. Oh, it's the Alpha Orthodontics second half coming up here of Tiger football. 50-0 at halftime. Faribault on Power 96 Sports.
The doors are open at your local Austin and Albert Lee Pizza Ranches. John, Trish, and the gang are excited to serve you. Now you can enjoy all the things your Austin and Albert Lee Pizza Ranches have been famous for. Dine in, relax, and enjoy the buffet. Hot pizza, chicken, fresh salad, desserts, and now hot wings are available. The car cruises are back again. Albert Lee hosts on Wednesdays and Austin hosts on Thursdays. Of course, social distancing and measures are in place for your safety and theirs. The Pizza Ranches in Austin and Albert Lee now open to serve you.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Minnesota, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local Minnesota high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting, concessions are affordable, and the parking is free. Where the emphasis is on hustle and heart instead of hype. If you prefer real, honest-to-goodness sport played for all the right reasons, you'll find it at your hometown high school. High school sports. Games are being played this weekend at a Minnesota high school near you. Okay, everybody. Who's in?
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Halftime here, 50-0 in favor of Faribault, and the Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home halftime stats brought to you by Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, Albertly's only 100% locally owned full-service funeral home. They're there when you need them at 1415 Highway 13, Albertly. Call them at 373-4330 or check them out online at bayviewfuneral.com and like them on Facebook as well. 7 touchdowns. The onslaught started was 36 points in the first quarter that Faribault scored. Long touchdowns. It was helped by a lot of Albertly penalties and a couple of turnovers, and just could not get that offense going and kept giving Faribault the ball with great field position. And boy, did they ever take advantage, striking early and often, taking that 36-0 lead after one. And they scored a couple of more touchdowns in the second quarter to go ahead 50-0. They've made a couple of 2-point conversions, missed an extra point, and then hit the other ones. So 7 touchdowns, 50 points, and right over 200 yards of offense. One was a 72-yard touchdown pass. And they were scoring from 47 and 23 and 72. And it was just kind of running away with it there in that first half. Albertly started to put some drives together in that second quarter. In fact, held Faribault off the board for a large portion of that second quarter. They got a couple of late touchdowns before the half to make it a 50-0 lead. But Albertly's got a big hill to climb in this one, and they've got to get better at edge defense. They've been letting way too many guys get outside and just run down the sidelines on them. And also the penalties, got to clean those up for sure. And get the offense. The offense has seen some sparks, but they can't complete the drive. It seems like as soon as they get a 30-yard gain, they get 4 penalties in a row, and it puts them back to a position where they got to end up punting the ball away. So not a very good start to the season for the Tigers, but we'll see how they do here in the second half, trailing 50-0. And Alpha Orthodontics second half is coming up, brought to you by Alpha Orthodontics, Skyline Plaza, Albertly. Alpha Orthodontics has helped people get the smile of their dreams in over 150 zip codes. And Dr. Leonard has been a board-certified orthodontist for over 35 years. Call 377-0222 or online alphaorthodontics.com, and like them on Facebook as well. And I apologize for not having Albertly numbers and names correct. I got the starting names from the coach today when I interviewed him, but he didn't have the numbers on him. And then I thought, well, I'll just get it from the game because you have a program they give you at the game. Well, I get here, and the program they give me has last year's roster for Albertly with numbers are different. The names, some are graduated, and some aren't even on the team anymore. And so it is. It's been tough. But we'll get it all straightened out for next week for sure. I'll get a copy of the numbers with the names, and then we'll know for sure. So I do apologize because I think in the second half we may go deep into the roster, and I won't have a clue as to who they are because, like I said, the roster that I've been given here in Faribault is useless, really. Even the guys who were on the team last year, a lot of them changed numbers, so it doesn't correlate at all. I'm trying to listen to the PA guy as the game goes, but that's a little tough too because you got to write down the stats and everything that happens. Not making excuses. I should have probably checked into it and got it all straightened out before the season, so I'll take the blame on that one. But we will have that straightened out for sure by next week. So you live, you learn, and we have great sponsorship from the area. I've got to throw my hat out to all these guys. I mean, it goes on and on. I got 3 pages of great sponsors like the Sports Boosters, including Mapleton Marine, Pizza Ranch, Thompson Sanitation, Becker Auto and RV in Hayward, Freeborn County Solid Waste, Derek's Preferred Auto, Northbridge Mall, and T&W Towing, as well as Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway in Albertly, Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home at Highway 13 in Albertly, Albertly Chiropractic, Acupuncture and Massage. They're at 1340 West Main in Albertly. Also, Guaranteed Rate at Residential Mortgage at 134 South Newton Avenue in Albertly. And you can call them at 320-2229. online, people.rate.com, and give them a like on Facebook too. Edward Jones, financial advisor Angie Agam at 127 South Broadway in Alberley. Farmers Mutual Insurance on Highway 13 in Manchester. Call them at 507-826-3425. Urban and Gerberts with the player of the game. We'll announce that at the end of each game. Get them a $20 gift card to Urban and Gerberts in Albert Lee. And you can call them at 507-473-2033. As well as Trading Post on Highway 65 in Gordonsville. For 71 years, you've relied on them for great deals on tools and equipment, plus mechanical work on your small engines and vehicles for sale too. Like them on Facebook. Albert Lee Taxi at 1325 Southeast Broadway in Albert Lee. Call 507-383-3341. Good Steward Consulting, 122 West Main Street in Albert Lee. Call 507-383-7200. Farmers Insurance Agent Joey Talamontes with a pregame sponsorship at 710 East Main Street, Suite 100 in Albert Lee. Call 507-373-3245. Thompson Electric, 310 South 2nd Avenue West in Albert Lee. 507-373-4279. Hodgman Drainage, Highway 34, Dodge Center. Call 507-528-2225 or online, hodgmandrainage.com. And Alpha Orthodontics, as I mentioned, the Skyline Plaza in Albert Lee. Call 507-377-0222. So you can see we got a lot of support for Albert Lee football this year, and we hope they can have a little bit better second half here as that action is coming your way in about 5 minutes. It's 50-0 at halftime in favor of Faribault on Power 96 Sports.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Minnesota, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
Being a teenager is tough.
There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do Minnesota's teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Runners to your mark. Set.
Some may see a sprinter. At the NFHS, we see a future leader already off to the races. Some may see a volleyball player.
Good hit! Way to go, girls! Woo!
At the NFHS, we see a spike in confidence that will help her achieve her potential. What else do we see? Musicians learning to march to their own beat. We're the NFHS, the national leader and advocate for high school athletics and activities in America, helping today's teenagers develop the skills they need to become tomorrow's leaders. And we see it happening in communities across Minnesota every single day. Learn more about the NFHS commitment to youth at nfhs.org. This message presented by the NFHS, the National Federation of State High School Associations.
Power 96 is looking for camera operators to assist with our live streaming of high school sports. Pay will be on a per-game basis. If you're interested, either call us at 507-373-9600 during regular business hours or email power96@kqprfm.com.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local Minnesota high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting, concessions are affordable, and the parking is free. Where the emphasis is on hustle and heart instead of hype. If you prefer real, honest-to-goodness sport played for all the right reasons, you'll find it at your hometown high school. High school sports. Games are being played this weekend at a Minnesota high school near you. Okay, everybody, who's in?
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Back in Faribault, and 50-0, as we are about a minute or so ahead of the second half starting here with Alpha Orthodontics second half of Tiger Football, brought to you by Alpha Orthodontics in the Skyline Plaza in Albert Lea, a proud sponsor of Tiger Football. And they have offices in Albert Lea, Mason City, and Blue Earth, proudly serving southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Their dental monitoring app checks your smile more often with less of the hassle, even from the comfort of your own home. They've come a long way. Call 377-0222 or online at alphaorthodontics.com and like them on Facebook. Oh, the sprinkler system has kicked in here on the Albert Lea sideline with sprinklers every, the goal line, the 20, the 37, into Faribault territory at the 44, at the 25, the 7-yard line, and the other end line. Lots of sprinklers, and they are on, and nobody's doing anything to stop them yet. That'll make that side of the field pretty slick. As Albert Lea is out here, they've moved across the field because they're getting showered over there at their sideline about 2 quarters too soon. I did find out some of the numbers. Dakota Yankee is, of course, number 2, and they have Cole Jansen at number 11, Garrett Giles at number 4, Max Edwins number 14, Luke Moeller number 8, Tanner Kahn at number 5, and Logan Strom is number 30. So we do have those, the skill players, but I don't know how long they'll play here in the second half with a 50-0 score as the sprinklers continue to spray water all over the far side, which is the Albert Lea sideline. It's on the, between the numbers and the sideline over there, far side of the field, the Albert Lea side, and so it's going to be quite sloppy over there. They're trying to stretch out and get ready for the second half, but somebody's got it. Where's the off switch on the water? Somebody know? Did the maintenance guy go home for the night? Does anybody have the key? It's a nice facility here, though, at Faribault, I would say. They have the hockey arenas right next door, too. They got a good football complex here, really nice press box. The track that goes around the football field, and a nice scoreboard. They've got video capabilities on their scoreboard that is second to none, and the Big 9 for sure. So it's good. It's just one of those things that happens. Good thing it didn't happen when they were running for a touchdown or something. And one of these big these are sprinklers are going 30 feet in the air. I mean, they're forcing some water out, and there's like 8 of them across that side of the field, and they've been going for quite a while. It's going to make it quite sloppy over there, slippery and sloppy, before we're all done. And they have been going full strength here for several minutes. Well, that makes it interesting. The two are fighting each other. It's like firefighter water fights over there on the on the 10 and the 20 or 30, and then the two in the middle of the field as well. No sign of them being turned off. And you want to see this, you can check it out online. We have our feed online, audio and video, website, kqprfm.com, facebook.com/power96mn, and on YouTube, you search for Albertly Football. And please subscribe so that we can get our URL, and then we'll have it there. Solid connection for you every week. Paul Dunn walking up to the refs like, hello, that's our sideline, dude. What do we do? Can we share? It'd be like the old Green Bay and Minnesota Vikings stadiums when they all were on the same side of the field. But, yeah, you can see the video of it on those locations online. Thanks to Reg for being here, running the audio-video portion. He's the computer guru, my right and left-hand man. All I am is a voice. He does all the rest of it, so that's good. As it is 50-0 at halftime, and it's going to be a long trip home for the Tigers. Of course, they're going to have to play here, but I don't know if they'll keep the starters in too much longer. I mean, you know, we talked about this in the pregame with Coach Dunn. Albert Lee has 69 guys out for the team, meaning that a lot of them have to play offense and defense, whereas Faribault has bigger numbers. They don't all have to be playing both ways there, and they get a chance to rest. But if you're playing both ways, you're playing all the time, and you're getting leaned on by these big 300-pounders, 250, 300-pound linemen. They look a little bit bigger than the Albert Lee players, not much. The Tigers actually has gone back onto their sideline, apparently not getting rained on over there, but the sprinklers have not died down, and they keep moving around in their circle as they spray the field every 20 yards or so. And that far side of the field, I don't know if I'd run over there. Well, maybe you could run over there, and the defense will be slipping and sliding because you know where you're going on offense. The defense has to react to you, so that might work a little bit, or you could avoid that side of the field altogether. As the refs are meeting out at midfield, 3 of the 5 anyway. The reason next week is on a Saturday instead of a Friday is because there's a shortage of officials, basically, in the Big Nine, according to what Coach Dunn told me. And he said every team had to pick a Saturday to play one of their games this year, one of their 8, and he picked next Saturday, the 11th, the Saturday after Labor Day, just to get it out of the way early in the season. And so Albert Lee will play next Saturday night at 7 o'clock at home against Stewartville. And then the rest of the games will be on Friday nights, except for the season finale. The regular season finale is on a Wednesday, October 20th, at home against Austin. It's every other game, too. Road, home, road, home, road, home, road, home, 8 games, just every other one. Homecoming is against Casson Manorville on September 24th, I want to say. Does that sound about right? It's like the 4th game of the year. It's right in the middle of the season. So if the 10th, the 7th, yeah, the 24th. I would almost bet my life on the 24th for the homecoming for Albert Lee. And Casson Manorville, again, is going to be a good team. So that's a tough opponent for homecoming. We used to schedule the bottom dwellers of the division when I went to Mapleton High School before it was Maple River or Mapleton Amboy Good Thunder and all the other names they've gone through. We were the Mapleton Scots, and we just always tried to get a weak sister to come in and play us on homecoming so we could show off to the girls. Oh, they've stopped the sprinkler system. Look at that. They get a big hand from the crowd. A little Bronx cheer from everybody here. Somebody is either going to lose their job or have it threatened tomorrow to have not taken the schedule off of the sprinkler system during a football game. That's a first. I haven't seen that before. All right, now we're going to get them lined up here. The far side of the field is going to be a little slick after what had to be 10 minutes at least of constant water on them. From the numbers to the sideline over there. And lining up to receive the kick, here come the Tigers. And going deep for Albert Lee is Bryson Kirsch. But that's not going to get to him. It's going to be one of the up guys at the 30, and he just runs it out of bounds after a couple of yards gain. And that is Ben Kiters who got that one, the punter. And he's been active today punting, but got the kickoff return there of a few yards. They'll start at the 32, looks like. 1st and 10 here for quarter number 3. And again, thanks to all of our sponsors, including our second half sponsor, Alpha Orthodontics. 1st and 10, here come the Tigers. I backfield. Receivers right and left. And a handoff from Yaki is up the middle and across the 25. Running there is Bryson Kirsch, number 33. This was a list handed to me by the PA announcer. These are the names he's going with and the numbers, so I'm going with it too, and we'll find out later if we're right or wrong. But again, I was handed a list that is useless for Albert Lee players when I got here, so we're just going with what we got. But it's my own fault for not being prepared, so I know that. But there's a quarterback keeper, and he gets taken down at the 35. It's going to bring up 3rd down. They got to get to the 30 or the 43 for a 1st down. So about 8 yards short, 3rd and 8. Underway here, Albert Lee with the ball. First possession of the second half, trailing 50-0 in Faribault. Falcons sporting another good team this year. They got size, they got speed. And here's Yankee dropping back, and he's going to get sacked at about the 27-yard line, and he's going to be a little slow getting up, too. He has taken a little pounding tonight. And he is gingerly walking back to the huddle, but you might as well walk to the sideline because it's 4th down. Yep, there he goes. And out comes Kiters to give it a boot. 10:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And ticking. Kiters back about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage, ready to send this one to the Falcons. Snap is good. He puts the leg into it, and it's going to be fair caught. Oh, he bobbled it, but jumped on it right away at the 44. Faribault at their own 44-yard line. And their first possession of the second half. Leading 50-0, and let's see if they have backups in here, or if they're going to go with the same starting lineup. I don't see their quarterback. I think they got a different QB in there. Who are they going to? It looks like they have number 33 in there at quarterback. And he's going to hand it to the first guy through, and that's number 34 for Faribault. And let me get their roster is, as far as I know, correct. The one we were given. 33 quarterback Cooper Leichnam, and 34 is Joey Steineberg, running the ball to the Albert Lee 48, bringing up a 2nd and 2. An odd number for a quarterback, 33, but Cooper back in the shotgun, takes it again. He hands it off to Steineberg, who gets it across the 1st down marker and to the 33 and a half or so. 1st down for Faribault. I think they're going to run it a lot here in the second half, being up 50-0. No real reason to throw it. They want to kill the clock and get out of here with a win. Albert Lee, however, may want to throw the ball a little bit. Second half, try and get some points on the board. Down to 9 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Another handoff for Faribault, this time bottled up inside after a couple of yards gained by George Soto Jr. Not that his dad has got the same name. I'm saying he is a junior. He gets to the 41.5-yard line. A couple of yards gained. 2nd and 8. Faribault in Albert Lee territory. Got some backups, looks like, in on defense or defensive line for Albert Lee. We'll try and get some numbers on that. There's another handoff to Soto. He's bottled up again with no gain, so it's going to bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and 7 or so. It gets to the 40. Caleb Banks, I see out there on the defensive line for Albert Lee. As they line up now on a 3rd and 7, and it's a snap into the shotgun formation to the quarterback, who gives it to the running back, and he has a nice job, but he's not going to get a first down. He gets it to the 36 and is dropped, but he broke a couple of tackles there. Nice, tough run. It's going to bring up 4th and 3. They have not punted today, the Falcons. So we'll see what they do. They'll probably go for it here. They're in Albert Lee territory, so even if they don't make it, they feel like, they got it in the Tigers' territory at the 36. 4th and 3, and they do kick it. It's a short one down to about the 10, 11-yard line is where it is. Downed by the Falcons, and so Albert Lee starts again deep in their own territory. 7:11 left in the 3rd quarter, and 50-0 is your score on the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard. It's brought to you by Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway, downtown Albert Lee, with great quality clothing, and you can stock up for fall. They got some great fall items there on the racks, and tons of accessories too for any man in your life, even if that man is you. Quickly out, the Albert Lee offense. 1st and 10 from their own, they're calling it the 13. And a run inside is stopped for a loss. It's going to go back to the 10. So -3 on that one, and looked like it was Yankee on a keeper. That'll bring up 2nd and 13. And we're down to 6:50 left here in the 3rd quarter. Up to the line of scrimmage come the Tigers with receivers right and left. Luke Moeller out to the left and Edwin out to the right, but it's a handoff up the middle again, and it's stacked up just across the 10 for really no gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. Going to have to get to about the 21.5 for a first down, and they're at the 12 right now, so quite a ways to go for a first down to keep the drive going. 6:08 to play and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Tigers need to get on the board here. They lost 47-6 last year to Faribault. They only played 3 games in regular season last year, shut out by the first 2 opponents, Austin and Winona, I believe, and did score 6 against Faribault, but still was actually a closer game than this one is now. But the pass out to the right is not going to produce a first down for the Tigers, and they will have to kick this away because they're deep in their own territory on 4th down. Kiters comes in to give the leg to it. Deep. Faribault standing at the Albert Lee 45 to receive it. 2 of their players. Snap is low. Kiters gets it and sends it downfield. It's going to bounce at the 40 and stop at the 41, where it's down by the Tiger players. Faribault with good field position here at the 41 of Albert Lee to start this next drive, leading 50-0. 5:05 to play in the 3rd quarter. No scoring here in the second half. Well, they scored with a frenzy in the first quarter. Got out to a 36-0 lead, did Faribault, and then had a couple of late touchdowns in the second quarter. So Albert Lee's defense has played better since the end of that first quarter. There's no doubt about that. And they were playing all the starters there in the first half. This is backup players for Faribault for the most part, and some for Albert Lee too, here with a 50-0 score. And they got another quarterback in For the Falcons, it is Deshaun Davis, who is back there, and he gets the snap, hands it off to the running back Steineberg, and he takes it right up the middle for a few yards, close to the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. Gain of 5, 4.5. So second down and about 4 or 5. Same deal. Two receivers to the left, one right. As the shotgun again, and Davis takes the snap and hands it off again to Steineberg. And now there's a flag thrown as he was gang tackled by the Tiger defense, including Weston Dahl. Pick up the flag here, see what they call. Could be a face mask or something. I don't know. The holding maybe on Faribault. He's kind of looking that way, like he's going to walk it off against the Falcons, and he is. I didn't see a signal yet, but they're going back to the 45.5. So a hold moves them back 10. Back to the Albert Lee 45.5 for second down and long. 4:20 to play here in the third. And again, it's shotgun formation for Davis. Deshaun gets it, and now he's going to keep it around the right side. Albert Lee was not fooled by the play, but he ended up gaining a few yards. Not a first down, though, not even close. He's across the 40. He's got to get to about the 31 for the first down. So we're going to give him progress up to the 37, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 6. About a 9-yard gain. Third down long. Albert Lee can hold here. Faribault probably, they kicked last time, so they probably would again. He sends a guy in motion right to left, but it's a quarterback keeper around the right, and he's knocked out of bounds short of the first down there. Nicely done defense. Knocked out there by Trenton Johnson, among others. 4th down and short, about a yard or so away. So they'll probably go for it. And they will. As Davis lines up in the shotgun with Steineberg right behind him. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Ball is not snapped. They're trying to draw him off, and it didn't work. Now they have flags flying. Take too much time. Procedure on Faribault. Somebody moved. The lineman stood up, I know, before the ball was snapped, but it looked like they were trying to draw Albert Lee off. Didn't really intend to run the play. Of course, this is like the 3rd-string quarterback, so hard to know if he's getting a lot of work in practice on these kind of situations. So it'll be a little bit longer for them as they move back another 5 for a 4th and 6, we'll call it. Got to get to the 31. They're at the 37. And the shotgun snap. He gets it. No handoff. He's going to keep it. And he might get close. No, that's going to be about a yard short, I think. Should be a turnover on downs because they had to get to about the 31. And that was going to be marked at the 31.5, 32 somewhere. I think they're just short. I don't know if they're going to require a measurement. Nope, they're going to say Albert Lee stopped them, and they take over there at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10. 3:17 to play in the third quarter. 50-0. Faribault on the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard. Brought to you by Man Between the Lakes. They're at 119 South Broadway in downtown Albert Lee. If you haven't had a chance to stop in there, guys especially, get in there, man. You're going to love it. You're going to start spending your paycheck there. I'm tempted every time I go in there. So it's great stuff. You should do that. And also, ladies, go buy a shop for your man there. Birthdays, Father's Day, that kind of stuff. Christmas, it's all there for you. There's a run around that right side for Albert Lee. And that is Bryson Kirsch with a carry. Didn't go very far, but gained a few yards up to about the 33. So we'll call it a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. 2:54 to go here in the third quarter. Alpha Orthodontics, the second half sponsor here. And Dr. Leonard specializes in getting you a great smile. He's the area's elite Invisalign provider. Ask about Invisalign for a less noticeable option. Carry up the middle, close to a first down for Albert Lee. Across the 40 up to the 43 goes Cole Jansen. He got his first down, and they move the sticks. And Albert Lee with a fresh set of downs now with 2:28 to go in the third. 1st and 10 from the 42. And you can call today Alpha Orthodontics for your complimentary consultation and take your first step toward your new smile. Yankee brings him up. I formation behind him. Receivers right and left. Snap, handoff, first man through is Jansen again. He crosses the 50, hard running down to close to another first down. And they're going to mark him down at the 49. He landed and slid a little bit to the 47.5, which would have been a first down, but they're going to put it right inside the 40, or the 50 rather, at the 49.5. So 2nd and a couple of yards, 1.5 yards. Cole running good here in the second half. Yankee brings him up with 1:35 to go in the third quarter. And up under center, he gets hit as he's handing it off. Boy, they have had penetration all day, and at least they got good sportsmanship. They keep helping Yankee up after they knock him down. And that's good to see because, it's a long day for Dakota. I mean, that one, he just took the snap, turned around to hand it off, and he was hit. So he's been under fire all day long. But got the handoff away, and they gained a few yards out of it. They got to get... it's first down, okay. So they did get the first down on that one. 1st and 10 again at the 43 for Albert Lee, 43 of Faribault, as they are in enemy territory. And this one is a fake handoff, and Yankee's going to get pulled down for a loss. I think he was looking to either pass it out to the right or pitch it, but boy, the defense was right there, crashed in and screwed things up there for the Tiger offense. And that's going to be a loss of a few, so 2nd and 13. They're going to have to get down to the 33 for a first down, and they're sitting at the 46. 13 yards here on 2nd down, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. And he takes the snap, throws one out to the left, caught there, and a nice play, good block in front of him, and down the sidelines to the 20. He's going to score! Touchdown! 46 yards. And that is Max Edwin with the catch and the touchdown from 43. And Albert Lee on the board for the first time here this season and in this game. 50-6 is the score. Down that left sideline goes Edwin, showing his speed on a nice little screen play out to the left, and he was off to the races. Had a nice block from his fellow wide receiver. Could have been Luke Moeller. He's been out there quite a bit. Extra point from Kiters is up and sneaks through, I think. See what the refs say. Nope, they say no good. It was just wide right. So it's going to stay 50-6 with 18 seconds left here in the third quarter of the Alpha Orthodontics second half. October, coming up here in a month, is National Orthodontic Health Month. Dr. Leonard recommending bringing your child in as early as age 7 for their first complimentary exam. That allows him to monitor changes and recommend the best time to start. No referral is necessary. Call 377-0222 or online alphaorthodontics.com, and be sure and like them on Facebook. And the man between the legs scoreboard, 50-6, Faribault over Albert Lee, as we have 18 ticks left here in the quarter. Man between the legs at 119 South Broadway, downtown Albert Lee. All kinds of great stuff to go look at and buy for your man or for yourself if you are a man or even a boy, I would say. And you can get discount gift certificates to Man Between the Lakes on our Power Shopper at kqprfm.com. And be sure and like them on Facebook, too. You can keep up to date on what they're up to. As Albert Lee scores. Nice play for Edwin, 43 yards and a score from Yankee on the pass. And the kick is down to about the 16, 17, bobbled a little bit, but gathered it up, and he's off to the races, to the 40, to 43 before he's tripped up. And that is Isaac Mata on the return for Faribault. So they got good field position again, as they'll be first and 10 at their own 43. And 11 seconds remain here in the third, a fast-moving third quarter. A lot of running plays called as we are here in Faribault, and Power 96 is 96.1, KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota. As they line up for their first down, and back in the game is Cooper Leichman at quarterback, and he's got a handoff up the middle, and it goes for about 5 yards. Seems like they get at least 5 on every play. As the third quarter comes to an end, and it is 50-6 Faribault here on Power 96 Sports.
The doors are open at your local Austin and Albert Lee Pizza Ranches. John, Trish, and the gang are excited to serve you. Now you can enjoy all the things your Austin and Albert Lee Pizza Ranches have been famous for. Dine in, relax, and enjoy the buffet. Hot pizza, chicken, fresh salad, desserts, and now hot wings are available. The car cruises are back again. Albert Lee hosts on Wednesdays and Austin hosts on Thursdays. Of course, social distancing and measures are in place for your safety and theirs. The Pizza Ranches in Austin and Albert Lee now open to serve you. Power 96 is looking for camera operators to assist with our live streaming of high school sports. Pay will be on a per-game basis. If you're interested, either call us at 507-373-9600 during regular business hours or email power96@kqprfm.com.
Well, we are here 50-6, Faribault leading. As Albert Lee avoids the shutout with a nice touchdown from Dakota Yankee to Max Edwin down the left sideline here, going right to left at the time. Now we start the fourth quarter. They go left to right. And the ref yet to put the ball down here. Second down and 7. For the Falcons, and they've got quarterback Licknam in the game. He's a sophomore. Trying to see the number of the running back beside him. It looks like George Soto, 44. Yep, that's Soto. He gets the handoff and goes to the right and then scoots up the middle to about the 50. And that's going to be a gain of 4. Make it 3rd and 3. Third and 3 for the Falcons, as they've had a couple of drives stall here in the third quarter. Punted once and then turned it over on downs the other time. And here at 3rd and 3, and the handoff again. Soto picks his way to the right and gets first down to the 45 of Albert Lee. Short gain, but enough for a first down. And they keep the chains rolling, and they have not scored. They were shut out for most of the second quarter, just until the end there, where they got a couple of late touchdowns. And all of the third quarter they were shut out by the Albert Lee defense. First and 10, Albert Lee 45. Falcons handoff, flags fly, short gain of 2. Kind of looked like a broken play as running backs kind of crashed into each other behind quarterback. So we're going to have procedure against Faribault, probably the running backs that I was talking about. So that's going to cost them 5. First and 15 at the 50. Quarterback Leichman brings him up, and he will have I backfield, or no, just one running back behind him. He's got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Calls out the signals, gets the snap, hands it off, fumble, jumping on it is Albert Lee, and that's going to be a nice turnover there, and grabbed think it was, it was 54. I thought it might have been 74, but it was Weston Dahl grabbing the fumble there and just falling on it nicely. Turnover, Albert Lee ball in Faribault territory at the 48. Let's see him put together another. I'm not under any illusion we're going to win this game, but it'd be nice to see him score some touchdowns, get some confidence going here at the end of the game. As they come up to the line, 1st and 10 from the Faribault 48. As Yankee gets the snap, and he's going to throw it over the middle. Completed, and another runaway touchdown for Edwin. He's going to score from 48. Right over the middle. He was covered there nicely, but he split the defenders, grabbed the ball, and he was off to the races for 48. He scored on 43 and 48-yard touchdowns here in the second half as Max Edwin. So the Yankee to Edwin connection working well here in the second half, and it's 50-12. 9:43 to go in the ball game. As they line up here for an extra point or a 2. They're going to go for 2 as Yankees up under center. I backfield behind him. Receivers right and left. Snap. Handoff to the first man through, and is he going to make it? Albert Lee players say yes. The referees haven't yet. Well, they're going to say he was just short, just inches short of getting in for the 2-pointer. So they're going to stay 50-12. But the Yankee to Edwin connection has produced 2 touchdowns here in the second half. And with 9:43 to go in the ball game, the man between the lakes scoreboard, it is 50-12. Faribault. Man between the lakes at 119 South Broadway in Albert Lee. Great stuff down there to look at and buy, and discount gift certificates available on our Power Shopper at kqprfm.com. And give them a like on Facebook, too. Great new business. Go down there and support them as they are supporting Albert Lee Athletics. And this is the Alpha Orthodontics second half. And Alpha Orthodontics, of course, if I can find my cheat sheet here, is proud to provide flexible financial arrangements customized for you and your family. Choose the payment plan that best fits your budget and get the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call them at 377-0222 or online alphaorthodontics.com and like them on Facebook. Kickoff goes to the 15, and running with it to the right and getting some good yardage all the way up to the 37 is the Falcons. Number 3 is Isaac Mata. He's been a busy man. He's got a couple of touchdowns on the day. Mostly going with backups are the Falcons here in the second half. It's Deshaun Davis rotating in with Cooper Leichnam for the quarterback position here in the second half. It's Davis's turn this drive. And he's going to have George Soto as the running back behind him. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Faribault up 50-12 with 9 minutes to go here in the game. Handoff this time, and Soto picking his way to the 40 before he's dropped. And Albert Lee grabbing at the ball and knocking it free and jumping on it, but he's already ruled down by that time. They got a taste of the turnover stuff. They like that. But down before the turnover there, so it brings up 2nd and 6 for the Falcons at their own 41. They need to get to the 47 for a first down. And here is the snap. Another handoff. Another short gain. Oh, how did he get out of that pack? Looked like he was dead to rights, but he squirted out of there and ends up all the way down to the Albert Lee 30-yard line. That is Soto running wild. I thought he was stacked up at the line. Somehow he got through there and broke one down to the 30, about a 20-yard gainer. 7:49 to play in the game. 1st and 10, Faribault at the Albert Lee 30. Soto comes out of the game, and in is Joey Steineberg, the running back. behind quarterback Deshaun Davis. Out of the shotgun, he gets the snap, hands it to his running back, who gets stacked up at the line. They're just running it right in the line. Stop us if you can. And they can that time. It's going to bring up second down after a gain of 1 or so. Davis comes over to the sideline to get the play. That's a lot of running for the quarterback to do, to have to run all the way to the sideline, get the play every time, and then run all the way back in. But I'm not the coach. 7 minutes to go and counting. A couple of nice touchdowns for the Tigers. Makes them feel a lot better, I'm sure. I know Max Edwins feels good, and so does Dakota Yonke, because he's been under pressure all night. And he's got a couple of nice touchdown passes there. Here's Davis around the right side on the quarterback keeper, and he's got a first down inside the 20, down to about the 19. 1st and 10. Clock keeps rolling as he stays in bounds. 6:30 and counting. 38-point advantage. They're not taking their time in the huddle. In fact, they're not even huddling, Faribault. They're just setting up, and I don't know if they're calling a play at the line or what, but they are ready to go already. And it is nowhere on that play. About to the line of scrimmage at the 20. And that was up the middle for no gain. Actually, they might have lost a yard. 2nd and 11, it says. 5:40 to play here in the 4th. Davis in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Hands it to his running back, who's taken down for a loss at the 25. And a nice play there. 45 and 65 for Albert Lee, the Beat-Kiters. And Adam Semple in on that stop. Nice play for a loss of 5. Makes it 3rd and 16 or so. Yeah, they got to get to about the 10, just inside the 10, and they're at the 25. So we'll call it 15. But it's 3rd down. Davis in the shotgun, takes the snap, over his head and through his hands, and he does scoop it up, and then he heads left, and he is taken out of bounds. Another loss on the play. Actually not out of bounds. The referee kept his arm winding, so he was taken down inbounds at about the 26 or 7. And a timeout. Is he injured? Yeah, he's injured. You can't see it because the players were in front of me, but everybody takes a knee on the Faribault side, so it looks to be not a good situation for Davis on that tackle, as they have all taken a knee, and they don't do that unless something serious has occurred. So he's not moving much. He's on his back. It's along the sideline, and you can't really see because there's heads of players in the way and bodies. They got the coaches and medical staff out there. I think they're looking at his leg. May have. Well, I'm not going to speculate. It's 4:33 to go here in the game. 50-12 in favor of the Faribault Falcons, and we'll take a break here and be back with more action here from Faribault on Power 96 Sports.
Remember when you used to envy theirs?
Nice boat!
Now, they envy yours.
Hey, nice boat!
When the weekend comes to you, you come down to the dock.
Check out the incredible deals on Hewitt docks, lifts, and accessories. Get the quality Hewitt products you need and want at Mapleton Marine, your boating and Hewitt headquarters. Mapleton Marine on Highway 22 or mapletonmarine.com. Facebook too. What are you waiting for?
High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in Minnesota knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? Minnesota needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
It's Deshaun Davis, the sophomore quarterback, who has been helped off the field. Looked like they were holding his right leg, lower leg, so they carried him off, set him on the bench in front of us here. And then they punted away, and the ball goes into the end zone, so looks like a touchback for the Tigers here. Deshaun, the sophomore quarterback, tackled on the near sidelines, and it was hard to see because of players standing in the way, but they immediately took their knee. They knew that right away that something was wrong, and they're going to have to. He is very much in pain on that bench there. As Albert Lee comes out, 1st and 10 at the 20, trailing 50-12 here with 3:54 to play. And Yankee still in there at quarterback, and he hands off to the first man through. He didn't go anywhere. Might have even lost a yard. Yep, they're going to mark him back at the 19, 2nd and 11 for the Tigers. But Dakota Yankee and Max Edwin have connected on 2 long touchdowns this half, 43 and 48 yards. Give the Tigers a little glimmer of what could be. But too many mistakes, especially in that first half. They've actually played pretty good defense here since the first quarter when they give up 36 first quarter points. Here's a handoff around the right side. This goes for a couple of yards. And carrying on that one is Mason Drescher in at running back. Got a couple of yards back, so it's going to be 3rd and 7 or so. 2:54 to play. Up, the sprinkler started, and it got Albert Lee's receiver, Tanner Kahn, right in the butt. He was standing there. It was right in front of it. It turned on and got him soaked. That's a surprise. Well, they got them all going again. That's weird. They haven't been able to disable the timer on those. Unless the jokester of Faribault High School is controlling things from his computer at home. Sounds like you do that, Reg. Actually, it sounds like something I would do, but I would need your help to do it. And they are going full blast again as Khan jumps over one between the sprays and comes back to the huddle. And it's not on the players on the sideline, but it's on the Albert Lee side, right on the numbers is where the sprinklers are. And they are going full blast again from goal line to goal line. There's about 7 or 8 of them.
Not have sprinklers on this side?
Yeah, I don't know. Sprinklers over here have not gone off at all on this side, but that other side has been doused quite a bit.
Grass might be a little greener next week.
Yeah. And still now with 2:48 to play. Could they just let the clock roll? And again, we have to thank some sponsors. We had second half action here brought to you by Alpha Orthodontics. Dr. Leonard, specializing in getting you a great smile, the area's elite Invisalign provider. Ask about Invisalign for a less noticeable option. Call today for your complimentary consultation and take your first step toward your new smile. And, of course, we've had the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard. They've gotten all kinds of publicity here with a lot of the points up there on the board. But that's, they were the first one I asked, and they said they wanted the scoreboard. So good for them. They took advantage of it. And Man Between the Lakes has some great stuff. I do like that store, 119 South Broadway in downtown Albert Lea. Call 373-1714. Like them on Facebook as well. And we'll have final stats. I don't really have the stats because was trying to figure out who the players were in most of that first half. And the poor PA announcer had to go with what he was given too. And somebody mercifully came in with what they said was the right roster for hourly near halftime. So he was able to provide those to me here in the second half, and I do appreciate that. But I should have done better homework and had it all figured out beforehand. I will next time. It'll be all right. But sports boosters include Thompson Sanitation, Pizza Ranch, Mapleton Marine, Becker Auto and RV in Hayward, Freeborn County Solid Waste, Derek's Preferred Auto, Northbridge Mall, and T&W Towing as the sprinklers still go. If you want to watch the sprinklers, go to the website, kqprfm.com. We've got the stream going there, audio and video. Facebook.com/Power96MN, and on YouTube, search for Alberta Football. And please subscribe to our channel so we can get our own URL on there. And we need a little help with that, but a subscription would help. It's free, isn't it?
It's free.
It's a free subscription. You just got to sign up. Yeah, you just sign up, and then we can help each other because we'll have audio and video each game. Not only football, but basketball, wrestling, hockey, whatever we do, will be on online like that. Also, thanks to Alberta Chiropractic, Acupuncture and Massage at 1340 West Main in Alberta. Call 377-3780. Online, albertachiropractic.com. Guaranteed Rate Residential Mortgage. They'll be doing, I believe, first half sponsorship for a few of the games here, but they're also one of our great sponsors at 134 South Newton Avenue in Alberta. Call 320-2229. Online, people.rate.com, and like them on Facebook. Oh, the sprinklers are off. And Edward Jones, financial advisor, Angie Eggum at 127 South Broadway in Alberta. 507-373-2000. Online, edwardjones.com/Angie Eggum, and give her a like on Facebook. Yankee with the pitch. He fakes the handoff to the first man through and then pitches it back, and they're going to be close to a first down, but I think it'll be about a yard short. That was a 3rd down and 7. It looked like it was Bryson Kirsch on the carry, and he's going to be a couple of yards short at the 28. Got to get to the 30. So 4th and 2, and with 2:13 to play, we'll see. They will go for it as Yankee brings him up, and he hands it off. And the first guy through, I think he got up to the 30. So we'll see if they. No, they're going to, first down. First down, Albert Lee, so 1:50 to go. And they're still, of course, on their own 30. Farmers Mutual Insurance on Highway 13 in Manchester. Call 507-826-3425 and online manchestermutual.com. Like them on Facebook. Urban and Gerberts at 132 Bridge Avenue in Albert Lee. Call 507-473-2033. Online at urbanandgerberts.com and like them on Facebook. Here's a pitch out to Kirsch, and he takes it all the way up almost to midfield on a nice run around the right side. He gains some nice yards. About 24 or 5 yards on that carry. It's going to take us down to about a minute before the ball is snapped again. They are at their own 49. 1st and 10 are the Tigers. And Bryson Kirsch coming in and doing some good running. He's been returning kickoffs too today. And the snap, Yankee fake handoff. Then he takes it around the left side into Faribault territory, gaining about 3 or 4 yards. I will say the player of the game, Urban and Gerbert's player of the game, could be any of a couple of guys, but I like the way Max Edwin looked at wide receiver. He had a couple of long touchdowns that he outran. I mean, he showed some speed and some good hands, too. Could have given it to Yankee as well, but we'll give it to Max Edwin this week. A $20 gift card to Urban and Gerbert's in Albert Lee. Nice tough running inside again. Kirsch up the right side to about the 43 of Faribault, as that's going to be the last play of the game. 4-3-2, and we are done for game number 1. 50-12 in favor of Faribault on the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard at 119 South Broadway. 373-1714. Like them on Facebook. Thanks to Alpha Orthodontics for sponsoring that second half. They're in the Skyline Plaza, Alberley, 507-377-0222. Online, alphaorthodontics.com. Hodgman Drainage, Thompson Electric, Farmers Insurance Agent Joey Talamontes, Good Steward Consulting, Albertley Taxi, Trading Post, as well as Urban & Gerbert's Farmers Mutual Insurance, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Angie Eggum, Guaranteed Rate Residential Mortgage, Albertley Chiropractic Acupuncture and Massage, Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, and our sports boosters as well. Thompson Sanitation, Pizza Ranch, Mapleton Marine, Becker Auto and RV in Hayward, Freeborn County Solid Waste, Derek's Preferred Auto, and Northbridge Mall, as well as T&W Towing. Thanks one and all. 50-12, the final. Albertley defense playing a little bit better after that first quarter, and the offense came alive too in that second half with 2 long touchdowns from Dakota Yankee to Max Edwin. And thanks to Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home for doing the final stats for us here. I don't have yardage totals. We'll start next week doing better with that because we'll have an idea of the numbers and the players all correlating, and you can really keep track of who gets what. But we'll name Max Edwin our player of the game from Urban & Gerbert's, and I'm Jay Paul. Thanks to Reg. Back to regular programming on Power 96.
Power 96.